After completing the assessment phase and establishing the conceptual viability of their approach, the students now face the challenge of designing a workable model.
So today, Mary and I and Matt are going to be showing some students from the girls' secondary school what we do with water sampling.
Oh, this is heavy.
We're going to show them how we take the water samples. We'll tell them what we'll be testing for in the labs at home, and we'll also show them how we do a bacteria sample to get results.
Educating the Namawanga village about water awareness is an important step in the EWB USA team's overall project plan.
Mary and I, in the village here, are trying to understand the surface water and the groundwater to get a better idea of how clean it is and whether or not it makes people sick and what we can do to improve it. So these are for studying hard metals and other potential contaminants in groundwater. So one of the things that we've been testing for, and we actually did test last time we were here, was fluoride. So you know fluoride's good for your teeth, right?
Yes.
But it's not good if you have a lot of it. It's actually very poisonous.
Upgrading the village's spring boxes is also a vital part of the plan.
Yesterday, when we dug the small rock trenches that are just inside of the fence in here on either side, we could do the same thing further up the hill and much bigger to collect more water.
Collect more water.
Yeah. But that takes a long time. It's a lot of work. So maybe next trip we could do that.
Another way to make a big improvement is to drill a borehole and put in a well for water.
15, 20, 25, 30.
This resistivity meter looks into the ground to find Maji Safi, which is clean water in Swahili, and it looks into the ground to find out where the bedrock starts and where the what different soils are there, and basically where the water starts, because you can find out with the resistivity of the soil whether it's water, if there's water in it, if there's groundwater, or if there's cracks in the bedrock below.
Don, we're a team. We share napkins.
It's fine as long as there's napkin left for me in the end.
Wanted to do layering to show the different flow rates of the major spring boxes, the ones that we did flow rates for. There was one that was 150 liters per minute.
Wow.
The project is going to focus on not only these smaller sources scattered throughout the village, but we'd also like to eventually get to the point where we can drill wells and give very clean water and public access within the area. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. So the next thing we wanted to do was just kind of look at the village and see where the water is. We'll look at the different flow rates and also the bacteria counts. Those are all our spring boxes.
How sustainable is the aquifer? So one kind of pump test, the one you normally do, is just pump the well. But a more elaborate pump test would be to measure any drawdown in any nearby boreholes at the same time.
Well, with the resistivity data, we cannot have any concrete results where the bedrock would start, but we can hypothesize that the bedrock starts between 40 and 60 meters below the surface of the Earth, because that's where the resistivity begins to change.
Flow rates in liters per minute. Kifa Spring is 18. So does that give you guys a better idea of where the water is?
There was a young boy from the primary school who recited a poem with it called Water is Life, and he expressed how water is his best friend to him and how important it is, but also can sometimes be his enemy based on how clean the water is.
It's much more overall spread out. The houses are far apart, the fields are pretty much as far as you can see, and how that affects the project is these water sources that we're working on are also spread out.
We realized that the well really needs to be in a public location. It needs to be on public land so that it's not controlled by any one person or group.
They are very smart people in an area where they just don't have, frankly, the money to put something together, even though the resources are available to do that. So there's some challenges ahead.